Hi everyone. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you very much for coming down tonight. It's great to see so many of you here. My name is Eleanor, and I'm a fourth year English Literature student at Glasgow University. And this year I'm the president of Student Volunteers Abroad. So tonight I'm just going to tell you a wee bit about SVA and what we do. And then I'm going to pass over to the project coordinators for each of the 5 projects we're running in summer 2014, who will each do a 10-minute presentation about their particular project. After they've done that, we'll be around to answer any questions anyone might have, and then afterwards we're going to go to Curler's Rest for a drink, so please feel free to join us. So I'll give a little brief history of SVA. It was established as a student society in 1998, and it became a Scottish registered charity in 2000. In the last 15 years, SVA has grown and strengthened as an organisation, and this is thanks entirely to the dedication and the passion of the students who've been involved over the years. I think it's clear to see that their hard work has paid off. In 1998, 3 friends came up with the original idea, and last year we had over 80 members. SVA has 3 main aims. These are to work with local organisations on sustainable projects for the relief of poverty, to promote awareness amongst students of the issues that affect the developing world, and to promote cultural links and encourage cultural exchange. Obviously, all 3 of these aims are interlinked, and SVA tries to stay as close to them as we can when we're planning, carrying out and evaluating our projects. So I feel there are a lot of advantages to SVA being a student-run society. But the main one for me is the fact that we are not a big, faceless organisation demanding vast sums of money from our volunteers. A lot of people in this room have probably looked into various other volunteering opportunities available to students. So you've probably come across a lot of what's being referred to at the moment as volunteerism. I think the ongoing debates about correct ways of carrying out volunteering abroad is a really positive thing, and SVA is committed to doing things right. We're not selling volunteering as a tourist attraction, and we're not asking anyone for thousands and thousands of pounds. Because of this commitment, we've spent a lot of time this year evaluating each and every project we run to ensure it's having the maximum impact it can. So when you're listening to the presentations that will follow, I'd ask you to bear in mind that each presentation is a plan in progress for the coming academic year. But I'd also like you to feel confident and reassured in the knowledge that the people planning these projects really care about and are dedicated to sustainable and positive volunteer placements. So I've said we're not going to ask you for thousands of pounds. I'm sure you're wondering what we will ask. Each project has its own fundraising total. Half of this is fundraised as a group throughout the academic year, and the other half is split between the group members as an individual target. We think this is the best way to go about fundraising, as it means that everyone's pulling equal weight, but it's also a great way for your group to bond before you go away and spend the summer together. It also means you can get your friends and family from back home or from outside of university involved in your fundraising. You'll notice from the presentations that each project has a different fundraising target, but I'd ask you to please not let this put you off or affect your decision of where you'll apply in any way. Every single year since the beginning, SVA has managed to raise more than it needs to every year. So please, I know these numbers are quite big and daunting and scary, but the fundraising really is very manageable, and it can be quite fun throughout the year. So the money that you fundraise goes towards your project costs. So that's all the activities you carry out in country, your accommodation, your food, all your travel in country, things like that. The things that we ask volunteers to contribute themselves are all your personal costs. So your flights, your visas, vaccinations, insurance, and of course your own spending money. Now these can be absolutely fundraised for. You just need to make sure that you're making that very clear and that you're not using SVA's name during your fundraising. So realistically, every single penny you would need to complete a volunteering trip abroad can be fundraised. So as well as these financial factors, another main benefit of us being a student-run registered charity is that we have the ability and capacity to work at grassroots level. We work with local people, and each project works with at least one in-country NGO, which stands for non-governmental organisation, and many of our projects work with several. This grassroots approach is something really quite special in international volunteering as a whole. It's something SVA is very proud of. Really, it's this close human aspect that is, for me, the best thing about SVA. 1.4 billion people live in poverty today, and UNICEF has estimated that this means 22,000 children die worldwide every day. Over 1 billion people entered the 21st century unable to write their own name, and last year more than 125 million children were out of education. It goes without saying that these figures are unimaginable, but SVA strongly believes in the potential for individuals to make fundamental differences in the lives of other people. More specifically, we believe in the energy and the power of young people to make fundamental and tangible changes to the world we live in. Small interventions really can have massive impacts, and by being involved with an organisation like SVA, you have the opportunity to change and actually to save people's lives. And this isn't me exaggerating, and it's not being over the top. It really is what we as individuals have the power to do. So as well as tangible impacts on the lives of other people, there is no doubt and no denying that student volunteering has an immeasurable impact on your own life. There is an American poet who said that it's one of the beautiful compensations of life that no man can help another without helping himself. I'm so sorry to be so cheesy, but I honestly couldn't agree more. Being part of SVA is the best thing I have ever done, and it has honestly changed my life. Throughout the last 2 years, I've met some of the most wonderful and generous people I've ever come across. I've had 2 summers worth of unforgettable experiences. I've visited 4 new countries, and I've learned things that will stay with me for life. I honestly can't encourage you enough to go onto our website, download a form, and send us an application. I feel confident in guaranteeing that you won't regret it. So as I said at the beginning, SVA is 15 years old this year. This means we have 15 years of experience behind us, and every year we go from strength to strength. I'm really lucky this year in starting from an excellent foundation, and I have a team of lovely people who are committed to what SVA does. Being part of SVA in itself is a commitment, but I feel like it has to be in order for our projects to stay as successful as they've been so far. And really, it's a commitment that's just so massively, massively worthwhile. So before I stop talking and let the projects speak for themselves, I'm just going to give a few brief details about the application process. Our applications are currently open, and our deadline is 12 noon on Wednesday the 27th of November. The application forms can be found on our website, which is www.studentvolunteersabroad.org, and all the details about where to send the applications can be found on there. It also asks that anyone applying is available on either Saturday the 13th of November or Sunday the 1st of December to attend an informal selection day and interview process. So now I'm going to pass you over to Charlotte and Hardik, who are going to tell you about our South Africa project. I hope you find something in these presentations that interests you, and thank you very much.